One of the epicenters of Bowling Green is a geological wonder. This is Chad Singer. Lost River Cave is a place that people from near and far come just to see.
Absolutely. We are a 72-acre nature park that's famous for our underground cave boat tour, which is a two-part tour. The first 10 minutes, we walk up to the cave and tell you all the facts, lies, and legends behind the park. And then, of course, we have the 30 to 35-minute boat ride through the cave system where we talk about the formations, how the forces of water really have had an impact on not only the geology around the area, but also our culture as well.
Well, Chad, you've had a fascination and a love for Lost River Cave since you were really young.
Yeah, I started sneaking over the fence when I was about 8 years old, and then about 2012 they gave me a job here, and I've been here ever since. But it's been a really great place to grow up and thrive.
Well, we have to also establish this. You worked hard for it. You're a Western grad and worked hard to be here. And I mean, you're the go-to guy when it comes to what to know. So how did Lost River Cave get its name?
Well, it's because things get lost here. You know, through the forces of water, we have seen people it's been some legends that people have been sucked into our blue holes during the Civil War. And then, of course, we've had several milling operations in the cave that, they didn't know that the cave was the lowest point for 55 square miles. And when water comes down there, it comes down pretty quick. And so those were washed away into the cave system.
Okay, what are some of the other little tidbits that you can share? Because, of course, like you said, you shared that during the tour and lots of people come and they laud what you and your team do here. But what are some other things you can tell us?
Well, after the nightclub closed down, which you can hear more about on the tour, we were a landfill for a point of time. People just pulled up to the mouth of the cave and threw over washers, dryers, household trash, anything they didn't want. And then in the 90s, we cleaned the place up thanks to a lot of volunteers from Western Kentucky University, and they've been ever since helping us to preserve and protect these 72 acres. And now we have established wetlands and another wetland down in the Forested Valley and several blue holes that we protect. And so there's lots of great things to check out.
Okay, I'm making a mental note. Chad says that there used to be a nightclub here. Don't forget, when you come here for the tour, you've got to find out what's that all about. Well, in addition to the cave, which, I mean, of course, is the epicenter, what else can people experience here? And it's gorgeous all times of year.
Absolutely. It really is a great place for family and nature. We have little play areas for kids just to have constructive or unconstructive and creative ways to play. And then, of course, we have 2.5 miles worth of walking trails, which our community gets to enjoy, and plus people from all sorts from South Central get to come enjoy as well. We have areas where you can pan for gems, of course, a wonderful gift shop, and during next summer, you can also enjoy the zip line that we have for both little ones and older ones alike.
So this, I mean, in Bowling Green in general is a place that has something for everyone here. But I mean, not a lot of people get to say, I loved this when I was an 8-year-old, and now I love that this is where I get to work. What's the biggest attraction for you?
Well, I'm very partial to this place, of course. You know, this is my life and this is what I do. But Bowling Green is a wonderful town. I've gotten to enjoy the music nightlife my whole entire time here as well. And there's also great museums. If we have something kind of for everybody, like you said. The Kentucky Museum, the Corvette Museum, the Baker Arboretum, and of course Shaker Village are all wonderful places to see. And of course, other great historical things like our rail park.
You never get tired of it. By the way, Chad Singer is also a singer, but that's for another segment.
You promised you weren't going to say that.
Well, didn't you say there were some lies and things that you tell on the tour? Well, there we go. We had to throw that in there. Now, Chad, what one piece of advice would you give to somebody who's never visited Lost River Cave? Because I might feel fine up here right now, but
go to our website, lostrivercave.org. I always suggest making reservations ahead of time because we are, that force of water is very powerful. We still have to deal with the flooding, and if we have to cancel tours, this, that, and the other, we would love to let you know. And plus, we also give you some other great tips to enjoy the park too.
How to dress as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. Make sure you take the time to visit Lost River Cave.